Good morning, everyone. Well, today is the day for our much anticipated winter storm in Wisconsin, but it's going to take a while before conditions go downhill. Let's start things out 8 a.m. this morning and notice lots of clouds, but not much precipitation. Got to mention the chance for some isolated showers, best chance in southern Wisconsin. But isolated activity, even in southern Wisconsin. Look at all the gaps showing up. And look how it's most likely going to be rain. I've got to mention the chance for a rain-snow mix, but more likely that if you encounter one of these showers, which is far from a guarantee, that it's going to be a rain shower. And it's going to be light. So the bottom line is, no matter where you are in the state, a normal morning commute. No worries. But let's track how things are going to change. All right, by 11 a.m. now we're talking about scattered showers. They get best chance still in southern Wisconsin. But notice, though, yes, possibility for a rain-snow mix, most likely going to be rain showers. And still some gaps showing up, so lunchtime, still okay. Now, when I think conditions are going to start to go downhill in the central and western part of the state, not quite yet in the eastern part of the state, is 2 o'clock. But notice at 2 o'clock, the widespread area of snow starting to push in. The other thing I have to mention, once we get into the afternoon, the winds are going to pick up. Gusts 20, 25 miles per hour, and then it's going to be staying breezy. That's 20, 25 miles per hour, no matter where you are in the state, for a prolonged amount of time. Now let's take a look at the homebound commute. Here we are at 5 o'clock, and with the exception of maybe places like Rhinelander and Green Bay, I do think the homebound commute is going to be impacted. We're talking about lots of light to moderate snow at this point, and as is indicated by the dark shades of blue, there are going to be pockets of heavy snow. So we're talking about reduced visibility. And for the central and western part of the state, where the snow is going to start first today, already by 5 o'clock, talking about the possibility of some snow-covered roads. So plan on it being a slow go, driving home from work today, and use caution on the roads. Now, as far as when activity is going to be most widespread across the state, that's probably going to be the early evening hours, around 8 o'clock or so. I'm still going to mention the chance at this point for pockets of heavy snow anywhere in the state. Lots of light to moderate snow, pockets of heavy snow, still breezy. But by the time we get to 11 o'clock, look what starts to happen. Now the pockets of heavy snow limited to the central and eastern part of the state. And already in the western part of the state, La Crosse, Chippewa Falls, if you get a lot of light to moderate snow still, but the chance for heavy snow already going away. So now let's jump ahead to the morning commute tomorrow. And for the morning commute, this is 7 a.m., I'm still going to call it scattered snow showers for the eastern half of the state. But I think the chance of heavy snow going away, I think it is just going to be light to moderate snow showers. And check out the western half of the state. Now we're just talking about isolated snow showers and flurries. But keep in mind, though there may not be much snow coming down, especially in the western part of the state, keep in mind all the snow during the overnight hours, there are still going to be snow-covered roads around early tomorrow morning, and it's still going to be breezy. So there's going to be some blowing snow as well, including in the western part of the state. So it may seem like it's snowing still when actually it's not. It's just snow being picked up off the ground and blown around. So I still think we're going to be dealing with somewhat reduced visibility, and there's still going to be some snow-covered roads. So bottom line is I still think the morning commute is going to be impacted tomorrow. So give yourself extra time tomorrow morning to get to work or school, especially in the eastern half of the state. So when can we get all the snow out of here? Well, as is usually the case, it's going to try and linger. Here we are at 11 a.m., and I think it's the same story. Scattered, light to moderate snow showers, eastern half of the state, isolated snow showers and flurries in the western half of the state. As we get into the afternoon, though, I do think we're going to transition to the isolated snow showers, except for maybe the most southeastern part of the state. Most of us now, isolated snow showers, flurries. Also, we're going to see the winds, finally can't call it breezy everywhere in the state. And the western part of the state, where I think it's just going to be a few stray flurries like Chippewa Falls, La Crosse, now gusts just around 15 miles per hour. As you go to the east, more wind. Places like Sheboygan, Milwaukee, we're seeing Kenosha, those gusts, and even in the afternoon tomorrow, still going to be around 25 miles per hour. I don't think it's going to be until the evening hours that the breezy conditions go away in the eastern part of the state, because you're still closer to that area of low pressure. So let's take a look at 7 o'clock. And I think by this point, we're going to be done with the activity in the western half. Say I'm not buying those little blue dots showing up. But I do have to mention still the chance for some isolated snow showers and flurries in the eastern half of the state, especially to the southeast. I think it's just going to be for a few more hours, though. I do think by 10 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll get all the snow out of here. Good. So, how much is there going to be by 10 o'clock tomorrow night? Well, as I mentioned, with the snow chance lingering the longest in the eastern part of the state, that's where we are expecting the highest totals. Notice that dark shade of blue in our easternmost counties. In that dark shade of blue, I think snow totals of 6 to 8 inches are going to be common. That does include Racine, Kenosha, Milwaukee, Sheboygan, Green Bay, and I'm not going to rule out some isolated 9 to 10 inch totals. That is a possibility. I think 6 to 8 inches is going to be most common, but some isolated 9 to 10 inch totals, still a possibility in our easternmost counties. As you go to the north and west, the snow totals start to drop, but it is still certainly significant snow. Janesville, Madison, we're talking about 5 to 7 inches of snow. Portage, 4 to 6 inches. La Crosse, 3 to 5 inches. And then the smallest totals, the most northwestern part of the state, looks like 2 to 4 inches for Chippewa Falls and 2 to 4 inches for Rhinelander.